Hello, Professor Castagna. I just wanted to say thank you for your class, especially in light of the pandemic our country is currently going through. For my movie review, I am using podcast equipment that has been sitting and collecting dust up until this final assignment. This final assessment has motivated me to start my own podcast. I'm calling it a Critical Thinkers Podcast. This podcast I'm producing is to change the way Americans think about conspiracy theorists. It will start with a 3-episode miniseries about my predictions on the future of our country due to COVID-19. If it wasn't for this class, I don't know if I ever would have started it. I thought I should tell you this, and I would love to share my podcast with you once it's finished. So, without further ado, here is my podcast review of the movie Bombshell. Hello, Professor. Welcome, and thank you for listening to my podcast review of the movie Bombshell. This 2019 movie, based on a real scandal, is the story of Roger Ailes, a man who abused his power as the head of Fox News to commit sexual harassment on multiple women. The premise of this movie is the brave women who dared to expose the horrible culture that prevailed for years at this cable news juggernaut. Bombshell casted a great variety of actresses, featuring Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, and Margot Robbie. Charlize Theron, who plays Megyn Kelly, the most popular female newscaster for Fox at the time, did an amazing job at showing how the power structure of the news operates and what you have to do to survive, especially if you want more on-air time. Then we have Nicole Kidman. She plays Gretchen Carlson. She's the lady that brings her lawsuit against Roger Ailes. Her character in the movie is the tipping point to unraveling numerous sexual harassment allegations from the women that worked at Fox. And lastly, we have Margot Robbie. She plays a fictional character that shows how this new generation of women suffered from Ailes' lewd sexual advances. These women shed light beautifully on how tough it can be to become someone, especially for a woman in the news industry. You also can't help but notice how John Lithgow, who plays Roger Ailes perfectly as a predatory executive in this movie. This movie also covers Donald Trump's extreme comments about women. It's known that the president's favorite news channel is Fox. After a debate with Megyn Kelly, the comments he made revealed the type of scrutiny and misogyny women face. One of the scenes in this movie is so uncomfortable for women that they set up multiple cameras on Margot Robbie to get the scene in one take. Bombshell depicts the rise of women whistleblowers and how it is important for women to stand up against these ideologies, that they deserve an equal playing field in the corporate news run by men. The impact this movie made on society as a whole when it was released opened up a lot of discussion on how women are being treated unfairly, and rising to the top requires unethical action. Bombshell came out 2 years after the controversial Harvey Weinstein case broke in the news, which in turn transformed the #MeToo movement into a much larger following. Jay Roach, the director of this film, wanted to play a part on helping spread awareness on the struggles women endure. Women have had a tough road getting equal rights in America. For example, in 1919, it was finally passed by Congress to grant women the basic right to vote. It wasn't until much recently that Americans started to wake up and understand that women can be just as powerful and equal to men. This movie was also semi-politically controversial, because Ailes, the Dirty Fox owner, was a big part of the Conservative Party. Even though this movie airs out some of the dirty laundry of the Republicans, Jay Roach said in his interview with CNN that it's not a partisan issue. This is an issue of men who have power and turned it into a sexual harassment industrial complex. Egocentric men that get addicted to power and require people, often women, to show them loyalty and sexual favors. The ultimate message Jay Roach showed in his film was a success in the fight for women's rights by winning 2 Golden Globes and an Oscar. This movie will spread the word that women are strong and will not go down without a fight. Movies have always been a great platform to expose what has happened in our past. Bombshell will now forever be a part of our movie history. Movies like this one help us understand what it means to be equal humans, meaning not just white men. We should include the LGBT communities, ethnic communities, and women. We all play a detrimental part in society. We as humans need to look past this ancient way of thinking. The sooner we wake up to the realization, the quicker we can advance as a civilization. I stand behind the brave women who had to put their reputation on the line by being demoralized publicly so that the future generations of women won't have to trace their steps. Bombshell was a great movie, and I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I hope you enjoyed my review of the movie Bombshell. Thank you for listening and for a great semester. If you would like, you can follow me on my professional Instagram page at only_in_San Diego for pictures and videos of what makes San Diego, San Diego. Have a great summer and be safe out there.